nature, right? So let's okay. So let's do first sync up all your things until now. So just go to day one, which file you have changed, this file actually, right? So just go to the, so this one git bash and just push your file is already added, so you do not have to add again. Git commit, okay, commit -m and say update, simply update. Okay, so what is saying, program has been this something, so no change added to commit. Okay, so go back, go to parent folder, and let's do here something strange, but it is like that. And then just say git add and start, then git commit -m and update. This is something, yeah, it's perfectly all right. And then say git push origin, and I would say main. Okay, so this will update the main branch of your repository. I think it works well. Let's go to the your here branch, and you will see that it is something added right now. Okay, so if you go here, you will see that lots of update which you are currently doing is already done, right? So this thing, you can see it. Okay, so yeah, so everything is pushed up to mark into yeah. So you just have to just share this link to your learner, right? So you can share this link, that's it. Anyway, so that part is okay. You have pushed it, just close it, and let's start your learning again. So go back. So interpolation is something like that. You have already shown the example. Now next thing is access a string. You can access the character in a string like this. So the example, so just put here some note for you can access the string. This is an example, and just show the example here. Okay, and so just copy this one, and if you see that my string hello, this is very simple string hello, and you want to access the first character, so your output will print as h here, right? Just write and see the output will be h. Okay, look at the last line. Okay, so that's it, and just go back again for learning. And another example I will show you, like, so for example, if I want to change 0 instead of 0, you want to set 1 2 3, so 3. So if I want to send, then this will be print L, right? This will print L, and here is your L. Okay, so this is also okay. So something I have just tested. Let's go another example. So you can also find the index position of a specific character in a string by using this method. Let's put some comment, and yeah, so sorry, you can also this index of method by using the index of method. So by using the index of method, and this is something you have to do for you. Okay, so yeah, so let's try another few method here, and this is something like my string is already defined, so you just have to remove this one, and this line will be index of, so this will print hello means 0 and 1, so this will print 1, right? Index of e in this hello, my string which is already defined hello, so you have to just return index of. So this is as equivalent in C++, so nothing new. Let's move on fast. So okay, so let's take another example. Let's put some sample code here again, and so this is something like Avinash Mishra, and I will say instead of name, like my name, and so I will press my name here, and so okay, so so it is something like Avinash Mishra, and this is something like index of a. So index of a, and I would say char position substring, and then this is like substring substr, and then I will say that or maybe like okay, last name, so I will consider it like m, and here in this I have this one is string last name, and I will print this last name here. Okay, so yeah, so what is that last name? So last name is there, or maybe last name, and this last name is like that. Okay, so you will see that you will print Mishra. Okay, just try it and you just see the output. So you'll see that okay, why it is not printed? Because you have not pushed the last name. Well, what is the problem here? Char position is m, so location of the is m. Now this is your last name, console right line. Why it is coming empty? If I'm saying this, can we have this? Still not. So my full name is this is okay, and my name, string my name, is index of this. So this is your car position, right? And now, okay, so the problem is with this. This is not right word. So I will say that this is now printed. So the coding mistake was there, right? Coding mistake. Now you see that Mishra is printed. Okay. So yeah, copy. Anyway, so this is something like that. And then what else? What else? So let's learn the special character. Special character. Special characters. Because string must be written within quotes, C# with misunderstand this string and generate an error. So yeah, so that's okay. We are doing this thing. Okay, try yourself. It is this, and double sequence is something which, if you want to backslash also to be ignored, then double black. Move ahead. So go fast. Now let's learn Boolean. Okay, so let's take some example of Boolean here. So let's take some example to learn the Boolean. Okay, so here is the bool, not Boolean. Learn the bool, the same thing, like is first fish testing, and then write an output true and false. If you say fish testing, then this is something like a true, then it will be true. If you change false, then it should like the value. Okay, or maybe say, for example, if I would say this true, write line true, and this that, something like that. Okay, and the another thing is not only this, I think int n is equal to 10, and if I want to check this value, so and here you just compare n is equal to 10, and what you are expecting here, of course its output will be true. Okay, so just do things like that. Okay, and so this is your true, false, true. Okay, perfect. Let's move ahead fast. And then Boolean expression. What would be your Boolean expression? So just an example of Boolean expression. An example of Boolean expression, and just copy paste something. And okay, so x is 10. Maybe x is already defined, that's why this is claiming that I'm already defined. Please don't define me again. And this case, it is what you are expecting true. So this, because 10 is higher than 9, return true. If I say and say, for example, I'll just modify small bit here and say, for example, 9 and 10, what you expect now? The answer would be false, right? So the same thing goes here. I mean, this is just a Boolean expression. Just check true and false. The first condition will produce true result, and the second will produce false result. Perfect. I'm learning fast. That's it. Okay. Anything else? Yes. Return false, because this real life example. My is this. Voting age is 18. Am I this? Perfect. Cool. Right. And even better approach is this. So old enough to vote. So one example is given. That's perfectly all right. So this is one example. I usually don't do coding like that. I will remove this thing, and I will put in one line. Also, I will put this also in one line, and that's it. So these two lines will be enough. So my age, if my age is 25 and it is greater than voting age, greater than equal to voting age, then I will say that old enough to vote, otherwise not. So what do you expect from here? I will expect old enough to vote, and that is what your program will print. So old enough to vote. Perfect. Let's move on. Try fast, and that's it. Let's move on. And another is like conditional if and if else. Though I don't think it is big deal, because I have already experience in C++, so I don't think big deal. But just to showcase one example, I'm just copy paste one example, and yeah. So you would say, since it is already defined, you have to just do this thing, and x is greater than y. Again, I'm saying that I don't like these kind of unnecessary wasting your space. Space is very important in your code. Like looking many things is different, but then okay. So, but this is giving some error. I don't know, but yeah, this is okay, perfectly all right. And this is, so these two are two different statement, right? It's okay. So let's push your first thing, code to repository. Go to your folder again, and just launch here the git bash. So launch your git bash here, and the same way, just go to git add. If there is no add, nothing will be problem. Git commit and -n, and I will say update. Okay, and then I will say git push origin and main. Okay, so I'll push it to my GitHub repository. Done. Thank you. Let's move on next. Okay, so I have to go some better condition, and good evening, good day, like that. Okay, if the else if statement, if so these things are known to me as a C++ experienced people, so I don't think much difference here. Let's move on faster, and just go to switch condition. Do we have switch different thing? No, I don't think so. and this is just one example. If you want to do one example, just copy it and paste it. So this is nothing new here as such. This is just a switch condition, and day is equal to 4, so 1, 2, 3 and 4. Here you will print Thursday, right? So this is what you should get in output, and this is your Thursday. So perfect, it's okay. Move ahead quickly. So switch also not big deal as such. Yeah. Now next is C# while loop. While loop seems to be as equal to C++, so nothing new. I will not think that there is any gap in my understanding, so that's okay. So what will print is your printing will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Up to 4 you print, and then that's it. 0, 1, 2, 4. Let's see it. 0, 1, 2, 4. Okay, perfect. Let's move on faster. There is a do while condition, and the same example is do while. So put here. So this is your do while condition. Just put comment if you want while loop, and here you will see do while loop, and this is complaining because I is already defined earlier, and so on and so forth. Okay, so this is something you have to see, and you see that last this 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 is the do while output. Okay, so this is do while output. Let's move faster and go to the next. Another is for loop. Let's see. I have any confusion for loop. Yeah. So just for loop is as equivalent to C++. Nothing changed, so I will not waste my time here. So why it is complaining? Because I is already defined, so let's not waste your time in this case also. Okay. So next, another example is this, and right line. So nested loop is for inside for loop. So there must be some nested loop concept, and so nested loop is also same as C++. Okay, same as C++. Nothing new, but just as an example, just copy one example and test your blood here. I is already defined, so you don't need to define here. J is not defined. This is inner loop, this is outer loop, and so this example they are saying, but it's okay. So yeah, and the output would be as expected. Output would be like outer loop inner 1, 2, 3, and outer 2. So 1, 2, 3. So this is 6 times 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, like 2 times 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You will see it. Okay, perfect. Let's move on. And yeah, so this is something newly introduced in like language new construct, and it is also introduced in C++. So I already aware of it, but just for one example, like for each. So the for each loop, you just write one example of for each loop. Okay, so this is for each loop, and I will just take one example here. And yeah, so here again I is already defined as a string I in cars. So I will say that instead of I, let's say S, string S is defined in, so I will just pass S, and this will print like Volvo, BMW, Ford and Mazda. So what exactly it is doing that, like for each string S in cars, so this will iterate the complete array and pick one string S as S, and then output that on console. That is what this program is saying, right? So the same thing you will get here. Another is C. So break implementation, how to, so one example for break, one example for implementing the break, okay. So just example, take one example here to implement the break. Yeah, so why it is complaining I, because I is already defined, so you don't need to define again, just initialize, and initial is enough here. So if I is equal to 4, it will break. So you will able to print here 0, 1, 2, 3. As soon as it becomes 4, it will break from this loop, right? So that's it. You just print it again and show the see the output 0, 1, 2, 3. Yes, perfect. Let's go ahead. C# continue. What is the, I mean, one example for C# continue. One example for C# continue. So this is quickly learn quickly and finish it. Okay, again I is complaining because I is already defined. Now this is saying that I is equal to 4 continue. So that will not print. So I will not print, rest all will print. So you will start from 0 up to 9. That's perfectly all right. But in that printing of 0 to 9, 4 will be skipped, because in that case this line do not execute, and other, I mean, in other all cases, all value of I, this line is executed. Just check once, you will see that this is what this program is doing. So 0, 1, 2, 4 is not there, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? Perfect. So let's go ahead again, and this is like break and continue in while loop. So example of break and continue in while loop. Okay, so this is one example, and you can see that let's not define I again. So I is already there, and similarly there is a continue example in this process. In this example you have continue example, so you will see that thing in while loop also. So this much is there, and just complete it. So yeah, so let's complete now. Just check once, and you will see that everything is perfectly all right, working fine. let's push this into your repository. So go to this, open your bash, and as I already explained you and did multiple times, do few commands as update, whatever the comment you want to write, just write it, and then get push origin, and then main, yeah. And so this is committing the into your repository. Perfect, everything is fixed by now. Yeah, so that's it. Let's try to learn now the exam. Change an array element. Okay, change an array element. How do you change it? So okay, so here the string cars, so either you put it like that or you say that where cars. Okay, and so car array, and why it is saying that, because cannot initialize an empty type variable with an array initializer, empty type. Okay, so where, and this will be array, right? So so string array, and this is something like this. Yes, so this car array is there, and instead of cars you put cars array here, and rest all are like, yeah. So this will print the Opel, right? Just verify it. So you'll see that Opel is printed here, right? This one. So perfect. Now output Opel instead of Volvo, that is what it is saying. And so yeah, next is, so if I have to print this console dot write line, so I will say that console dot write line, and instead of cars array I will pass it dot length. Okay, so this will print 4. This should print 4. Okay, this should print 4. Okay, bring the console here, and then this is 4. Okay, perfect. So yeah, okay, go ahead and put some example here for learning of these things. Okay, so all right, so this is your again car string, and just like car array, and create an array of 4 elements without specifying the size. So size is there. Then what else you have to do is, so you already have created this example, forget it. Let's move on. Okay, so let's move on. This is okay, exercise okay, let's move on. So next is C# loop through array. So how do you loop it? Okay, so there are 2 different ways of looping it, right? There are 2 different ways to loop this one, right? So I is already defined, so you don't need to declare again, but instead of cars, just put it cars length, and then this. So this will print the all Opel, BMW, Ford, and Mazda. Any doubt? No, just print it, and so see the console output. So Opel, BMW, Ford, and Mazda. Okay, next thing is another way to print it using the for each. Okay, so another way to do same thing is this. Okay, here again I is just printed as S, so string array, and this is not cars, it is car array. So this car array, and here you push you just print the all string. So again the same output you will get, and that's it. So same output will get. Just see the thing, Opel, BMW, Ford, and Mazda, Opel, BMW, Ford, and Mazda. So same output you will get. Only thing is like here you are looping through using the length, and here you are leaving all these headache to language, and you are just using this for each. For each is the like iterating from start to end. That's it. As for just understanding point of view, right? Let's move to next. Now, what if I want to? What if I want to sort this cars array? So array dot sort. Okay, and then you just pass the cars array. So this will sort it, and then after that again print it. So this will be after that. Once you sort it and then print it, you will see that it will print like first is BMW, then Opel, no, then Ford, then Mazda, and then Opel. What you say? Yeah, I think so. So just see the output here. Like first is BMW, then Ford, Mazda, and Opel. Perfect. Okay. So another method is sort. You did it, and then so another array methods, which are like some methods here, which is kind of max, min, sum. These are the some examples. So let's see that example now. So here you have defined my numbers, one array 5, 1, 8, 9. You'll see that return the largest value. So 9 is the output here. So you say 9 here, Okay, here what is your minimum value? So 1 here. Okay, and what is here? This is sum. So sum is like 17, 18, and 5 is 23. So 23 here, right? Just try it on console, you will verify it, and you will see that 9, 1, and 23. Perfect. That's it. So these are few more examples of array. You have some element like max, min, and sum. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Then another section is multi-dimensional array. Multi-dimensional array, and that would be little cumbersome, or it is okay. So all right. Multi-dimensional array. So I will define this dimension as like that. So multi-dimensional. So this is 2-dimensional. Definition of 2-dimensional. Okay, good to know that. This is the command. This is the note you should put here. This is the note you should put here. Okay, good to know. The single comma specifies that the array is 2-dimensional. A 3-dimensional would have just 2 comma and so on. Yeah, so this is something defined as here. So, and how to access the element? So if you want to access the element, then this is your numbers 0, so first, and 2, 0, 1, 2. So this is the 2, right? And this will be your output. Okay, how do you change this? So you can change this like this. You can change it to that, and for just testing, verifying it, just push it here, the console output line. So output 5 instead of 1. Okay, so this is another method. Loop through 2D. So so if I want to print all the element here in these numbers, I just have to do one thing. So this is 2-dimensional. Okay, not int, I would say. This is, so instead of this var nums, and I will say that just print nums, because numbers is 2-dimensional, right? And so this is something you are doing like this. Okay, so 2, 5, 5, 4, 2, 3. No, this is 2-dimensional. So 2-dimensional means 1, 4, 2, and 3, 6, 8. But somewhere it is changed. So 5, 4, 2, and 3, 6, 8. 5, 4, 2, 5 here. 5, 4, 2, and 3, 6, 8. So this is the output of these many are the output of last this for each. Okay, and so I would say so okay, so one line you have put here, and so this is for 2-dimensional also. It will work for, it is working for 2-dimensional. Okay. So, and this number is also like same thing. Okay, 0, 1, and numbers of 5, j. So, and the 2-dimensional is also like numbers 0. So so this is another console, and if I print it here, so this like that, and just because int is already defined, that's why it is complaining. Otherwise this will print the all values as it is, right? So what is happening here? Yeah, 0, get length, numbers, and so on and so forth. Okay, right line. So why is this a problem? I don't know. 5, 4, 2, 3, 6, 8. Again the same thing. Why this is not right line? If I say right, is this a problem? No. And then empty right line is, you just put it here. So this will print in some series, right? And that would what I'm expecting. 5, 4, 2, 3, 6, 8. This will be much better. So this will be much better. Okay, and next is next is, okay, so until now the basics things are there of a language construct, which all are basics, very basics. Now onward, let's learn some methods. Okay, so just hold for a moment.